All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Kama kawaida, today being a Wednesday, we are talking matters, relationship matters of the heart. Now, there's been a lot of conversations online this week around a viral incident involving relationship, trust, and vulnerability. And beyond that outrage, of course, people are asking a lot of questions. It is about financial stability, emotional connection, or just vulnerability in general. So the question we're asking this morning is tied to that particular incident. What matters most in a relationship? Is it financial support or emotional presence? So we welcome you to be part of this conversation. TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube. On X at TV47 Digital, and you can tag me at _Dida. You can also tag Fred, is still part of this conversation. Tujue, what matters most in this day and age? We have Dr. Julius Kimani, counselor, this morning to help us with this conversation, to understand why we do the things that we do from an emotional perspective, right? So karibuni sana, ladies and gentlemen, to this conversation. We do appreciate you for making time, embracing the cold weather and all. Let's just start from the panel. Daktari, yes. What matters most? That's the question of the day today. Is it financial support or emotional presence?
Yeah, it's a good morning and thank you for this opportunity to discuss these matters because these are the matters that we tend to ignore mostly, and they matter mostly when it comes to a relationship. So my take this morning is that these two factors, allow me to call them factors, they must work together. They must work in tandem. One cannot work in exclusion of the other. So for instance, if you be emotionally there and the finances are not there, the relationship cannot work optimally. So for us to achieve an ideal and an optimum condition of performance of a relationship, both of them must be there. They must be included. And in this aspect, we don't say that the finances must be a lot of, see it in pesa mingi. You need to, at least you need to afford the basics, you see. Because since I identify as a faith and wellness advocate, you can allow me to include this saying that we do say that it is much when God is in it. So if you can, if you're in a position to get this little that can sustain you, both of you in this relationship, I believe that provided you are in good state of mind and you are focused, you have goals, you know what you want to achieve in this life, your relationship is going to work perfectly.
This little, do you think it will be enough to do the most for your woman? I don't want to call it bare minimum because right now women are running away from the bare minimums, as you all know, right?
Yeah, sure. Especially in Nairobi.
Especially in Nairobi. Umesema shamba la mawe, mapenzi ni ngumu kupata.
Nairobi kidogo, kwanza hapo, actually Nairobi, bora uko na finances. Sometimes the presence might not be needed, but it can also work.
You can get to anything that you want.
Yes, but so in an ideal relationship, that's why I said an ideal. Yes.
Delvin. Yes. What matters most, financial support or emotional presence? And I wanted to ask Daktari, anasema little. Little is enough. Of course, I'm included when God is in it. But I wonder if women, especially say in Nairobi, the capital city, are willing to take the gentleman with that little and maybe wait for it to become much or wait for it to multiply. Will that little buy you the flowers that you want, take you to Maldives, do what? Give you a bouquet, these chocolates, just all the rosiness that you would want in a relationship? What matters most? Start with that, and then we can now debunk what Daktari has said.
Okay, it's really a deeper question. What matters most? For me, I'll take presence first, because with that connection, it's what we build this relationship to nikwe na ile roho ya kukupatia, because if there is no this connection, like hakuna hiyo roho ya kukupatia, maybe financial, so it should be a balance of it, because you know money gives you stability, but also emotional connection is very important, because I can just send you money and and it keeps a distance because hakuna ile closeness and that support that someone needs.
So you don't believe that money can build a connection between you and your partner? But just hold on to that. We will come back to also talk about that. Elizabeth, what matters most? What do you think matters most? Financial support and emotional presence?
Okay, thank you. For me particularly, I would say where there is emotional...
Just hold it closer to your mouth.
Okay. For me particularly, I would say you cannot rule out this effect of money where there is emotional presence. As long as you are emotionally present, the money is there. Because if you are emotionally present in your partner's life, then you are able to understand them more. You cannot tell me that you are just there giving money and then you are not there to understand your person. For example, let's say I'm a person and I have an art class tomorrow and I have a broken crayon. You cannot just send, you will not know that I need that unless you are emotionally close to me, that I have to tell you what I need in my life or what is missing so that you are able to provide. So when we try to measure the two, I would say emotional presence is heavier than the effect of money.
So for you, as long as a man is emotionally available, hata kama hakuna pesa, as long as he's just there emotionally, that's enough for you, Elizabeth?
Money can never lack completely.
So we are just circling it back and then we are coming back to the point of money. Money
Yes,
is a factor.
like I said, as long as you are emotionally present, we cannot rule out the effect of money.
All right. Cherry, what do you think? Financial support or emotional presence, what matters most?
Okay, so for me, I think, this is my personal opinion.
Yes.
Men are not capable, okay, I stand to be corrected, but men are not capable to give the emotional support that a woman may need. So if you want that emotional support, you can get it from your female friends. So if I'm going through something or I'm just missing my friend, I'm just missing something, I'll just run to my female friend, tuambiane venye kuko, your relationship kama imefail ama nini. And then at the end of the day, I go back home feeling lighter. And then also, men wanapenda kutuambia, what do women bring to the table?
Yes.
But honestly, the only thing they bring to the table is money. Because men are logical beings. They are not emotional beings. So if we want emotional support, we can get it from our female friends, our mothers, our sisters. But yeah, pesa ni important.
So how about the men who are not doing financially well? If you're saying the only thing men bring to the table is money, there are people who life in our chapa panje, and that the only money that maybe they can afford is to eat, maybe just pay rent. Hata ile ya kulipa black tax hakuna. So what do those men bring to the table?
Okay, yani ile effort, the effort is what that counts, because someone can have a lot of money, but hata hiyo rent peke yake akatai kulipa. But another one, akona hiyo kidogo, but he makes sure there's food on the table, amelipa rent, watoto wanasoma. So for me, your effort in account, but emotional support, I can get it from my female counterparts.
Amesema yeye ni financial support, yeye emotional presence anajua kwenye atatoa. Promise, what do you think? What matters most in a relationship for you?
Thank you very much. As for me, I look at it, allow me put the two as financial security and emotional security. Okay. These are two factors that we're looking at them as the fundamental human needs. Yeah, these are the needs that we all need.
Just hold your microphone closer to your mouth.
Yeah, these are the needs that we all need. I can't say that I'm choosing one over the other. As a woman, especially in this current economy, I can't say I'm choosing money over presence. I can say, let's get the difference between money and presence. Money on its own, this is financial provision, this is financial security, and money, it is financial support to make the relationship work. But on the other hand, we are looking at the presence. What is presence? Presence is emotional availability, affection, attention, and just being there for your partner. So these two, I look at them as not as competing needs, but as the ones working hand in hand in order to make this relationship work. I will go with the saying is not even a saying, actually, it's just a practical thing, that money on its own, money can build a house, money can build a house, but presence builds a home. There is a difference between a house and a home. A house is just there, it's a building, but you are coming, let's say we are coming from work, you are coming back to your house, your partner is there, or he is not there. He might be there, but it's just a house, not that present. He's just there physically, but emotionally he's distant. So emotional presence without financial stability, for me, that is actually a frustration. We can say we are having money, but we are not there presently. That is frustration on its own. And also we have to look at the role of money in a relationship. Money works hand in hand with presence. Let's say a family. We are not just looking at relationship like my partner and I, the two of us. We are looking at the general family at large. Here, the relationship, let's say we have a parent, we have a father and a mother and the children. Money comes in to support these children, the education of the children, good health, good lifestyle, we're having a good home. That's what means that, like for the children, I can say, children, for children need more of presence of the parent than they need money. You get the difference?
Yes.
Then now, let's look at the gender role in society and the cultural reality in this society currently. Traditionally, men are taken to be as providers. That is what we expect from a man. I can say that even if I'm financially stable as a woman, I still need my man. So we always have that, like, my money is my money, and my man's money is our money. And right now we say, what my money can't do, my man's money can. But it is not in the sense that we are depending on this man, that we are looking at him as providing just everything. I'm there as a partner to support my man, to make this relationship work. Not emotional, not financial dependency, but partnership in a relationship. Yes, thank you.
Promise has given us very, very heavy points. I don't know if you guys have... We can just wrap it up now. I'm Melissa, but Abednego, I've not forgotten about you. Let's take a very short break and then we come back and continue this conversation to skip here from our counselor this morning. Why do we do the things that we do? Why are we prioritizing love, or money rather, over emotional connection? You're watching Morning Cafe. The question of the day once again, what matters in a relationship? Is it financial support or emotional presence? Talk to us, TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube, on X at TV47 Digital. Use the hashtag Morning Cafe TV47. We'll see you in a little while. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching Relationship Wednesday right here on Morning Cafe. This morning we're asking you, what matters most in a relationship? Is it financial support or emotional presence? My guests are in studio and we continue this conversation here. I just want to throw it right now to you, Abednego. What matters most to you from where you sit?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. About this matter about financial support and emotional presence. Me, I would like to say financial support is a want in a relationship, and emotional support is a need. So for us to have a strong relationship, you cannot say that we need to depend on financial support. Though it is also necessary as a want, but it's not a need. So for us to build a strong relationship, I like to say emotional presence is very important, because love is built through emotions. So you cannot say that love is built through money. Because you can have money, someone is providing, but is abandoning someone emotionally. So there is hatred. Nah? Yeah. So we can consider that as an investment but not love or relationship. Yeah. So nowadays, in the past, we see most of the people, maybe you can say that they build their love through emotions. But now we were preferring, or we were thinking that through financial support, relationships can be very, very strong. But now it is contrary, and it's the opposite.
So ukiwa na pesa, that's the only way to survive.
So ukiwa na pesa, like when you are providing financially, the bond, it will change to an investment. Someone will be earning and someone is giving. So we cannot call it a relationship. It is very, very easy for such a relationship to end. So I can say emotional presence builds strong relationship than money.
All right. Of course, before we go to Fred for feedback, let's hear from Gladson as well. Gladson, question of the day: what matters in a relationship, financial support or emotional presence? Most of the men here have said emotional support. The women, only one, ameongelelea emotional support. What do you think, Gladson?
Okay, so good morning. Hapa watu wanajifanya. It's just more of wanajifanya tu wajui nini wanataka. But kikweli hawa wasichana wote wenye wako hapa, they know that they are emotional beings. Na given that they are emotional beings, na sisi wote pia ni social being. Hapo bottom line hiyo. So we need one another. Hii mambo ya pesa inakuja tu mimi nasebaga ni as a result of. Because one, if I'm giving you everything, a house, food and everything, na mimi siko kwa ile nyumba, utaanza kujiquestion, why do you even bring me here? Why am I even here? Kama tu kutokupigia simu asubuhi, ndio unaleta hiyo drama yote. Unaona? Na ni simu tu ama text. Na nilisahau maybe tu kibati mbaya, I was busy or running late. Na unaleta drama. So what are you trying to show me? Unajaribu kuonesha I don't feel that connection. You don't feel my presence in your life. I might not be physically there, but whatever I am doing through telling you good morning my dear or good morning my wife, asubuhi kwako ina matter. Ingekuwa basa imates niko kana kutumia tu pesa asubuhi alafu tunamalizana hivyo, I see you in the evening. Sasa
mimi naona
no, people would have been comfortable. Angekuwa wanasema I'm fine. But why is it that ni drama kubwa inakujanga hapo kwa tu hiyo vitu? Then number two, ukiangalia there is this guy who has been trending now. The Russian guy.
Yes.
So, the Russian guy is not using money. Cham offensive yake ni words.
Yes.
So, and what is words? Words na stir emotions. So what does that show? Inatuonyesha kwamba most women hapa Kenya, they are deprived of that presence of someone who is dominating their life, which is what they want. Na dominance does not come through money. Money too inashautisha hiyo dominance, because inakupatia a variety of ways ya kushow your presence, ya kushow your dominance, na kushow vitu zingine. So bottom line ni hii: all these ladies need presence, all these ladies need emotions, and a relationship to be stable. Ukitoa emotions hapo, hata pesa yangu huwezi ona hata shilingi moja, because why should I invest in someone that I'm not emotionally connected to? Yes. So pesa ni mzuri, it will only spice up things. Ndakupeleka Maldives, ndakutoa hapa nikupeleke Nakuru, ndakutoa hapa nikupeleke Mombasa. So just to express my emotions and feeling, and also to show you that I care about you, I want to be around you, I want to make you feel special. So but at the end of the day, whatever is being done is just being amplified. Ni kama tu kusema ti speaker is a source of voice. Hapana, speaker inatotosha ni radio iko nayo. So it is from the radio to the speaker, then to you. So the same way, the emotions has to come first, then the rest of the things kama hizo pesa and stuff like that zinakuja baadaye. So mimi naambia watu wote hata pale nje na hapa ndani, tuambie tu kweli, emotional intelligence, emotional presence, it is the key.
Where else to advise? I don't know if you've seen that on social media, you know, when you're giving some piece of advice that people don't agree with, unaambiwa pana, unatupotosha, what's to advise? Let's cross over to Fred Tone, watu wanasema vipi this morning with regard to our question of the day. What matters most in a relationship, financial support or emotional presence? Talk to us, TV47 Kenya, on Facebook and on YouTube, on X, TV47 Digital. The hashtag to use is Morning Cafe TV47. We'll be coming back to that point, Gladson. You have made reference to the Russian guy saga currently in the country. You've said that this has to do with not the presence of, you know, the lack of dominance in the country. And I'm just worried or concerned, is that something that has to do with the failure of you as the Kenyan men to bring security to your women, such that when they see this whiteness, as you put it, then they equate it to, say, security and dominance, as you say? I'll give you some time to think about that. We'll be coming to you, sasa utudibanki, utuambie what you think about that. Is it a failure on your end as Kenyan men? Ama what's the problem? Fred, what are the people saying?
All right, thank you. And quite some interesting feedback here to the question. Doris Ruto says couples with strong emotional bonds can survive financial hardship. Interesting. But couples with money and no emotional connection often break due to lack of love, peace, and understanding. Rising fan Uyu Caprice Lightbringer says they're both important. When one exists without the other, there's always be problems. Remember, we're asking, is it money or presence? Ngina Faith says both are very important in a relationship. One cannot do without the other. And Kevin Nyangwachi DVM says a blend of both is a non-negotiable that should vibrate in tandem, because without finances, basics will be compromised. Also, without emotional presence, emotional neglect and abandonment will eat that relationship like a cancer. Watu wanaandika hapa kizungu kweli kweli. Esther Naliaka, for me, emotional presence is enough. The rest will align. Thomas Muita, none can work at the exclusion of the other. They rather complement each other. Mugogwa Divons, ladies marry money. Here, go hustle if you want to marry bro. Gideon K. Namuki, huyo ameambiwa kama una pesa, forget it. Gideon K. Namuki says both. Emotional support precedes, but finances are good for a relationship to thrive. Benjamin De Santos Mutuku says, in Kenya, it's financial support. Hapo kuna ukweli. Hapa Kenya. Doris Ruto, couples with strong emotional bonds can survive financial hardships. This is some of your feedback. Even more, Tom Joseph Ondowe says, I think the lady with the kids who fell for the Russian man has the best answer to this.
Oh, yeah.
Alikuwa na pesa ama hakuwa naye. Cheryl Mageni, they're equally important. Mildred Kasoa says, I'm not selfish, but I need both. Ukweli tu usemwe. Newton Masais says, both are important. Kalen Karemi, both are very important. Julius Broomfield says, respect, respect, and respect. Forget the money, forget the presence. Heshima idumu. All right, we also do have some of your contribution via video. Some of you sent us some videos of yourself responding to this question. Let's watch them.
So what matters more in a relationship? Is it financial support or emotional presence? So let's be honest, love is sweet, but love cannot pay bills. Money brings comfort, the Wi-Fi is on, the lights is on, and the mood stays good. But what about emotional presence? That is the good morning text, the listening and the showing up. So financial support gives security because bills are being paid and stress is reduced. But emotional presence gives safety, being understood. Some people say as long as you love me, others say as long as you provide. But what we really want is both, just in different moments. Money without love feels like a trap.
Yes, my name is Simon Ombua, and I think in terms of relationship, I think financial support beats more than the emotional presence, because finance is everything. Without money, there's nothing going to happen. You need money to make yourself happy. People say money cannot buy happiness, but money buys everything. It's only that it cannot buy health. So I believe that we need money for our relationship to go. That's why majority of the Gen Zs are very single, like me, because I don't have the money. But I believe money now is the subsidies. Now is the catalyst to all relationship. Yeah. For me, emotional presence, I don't credit it so much because people might also lie. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, I think the opinion is split. So is it money or is it the presence? Can you make up your minds? Back to you, Anne.
Umeambiwa hapo love cannot pay bills. Those are my people, those ones. Daktari, help us understand, why is money linked so strongly to love and security?
I think I like what...
First of all, what matters most?
For me?
Yes.
Both.
Uh-huh.
But the foundation has to be emotional presence. Because I will give an example. I have been married for 25 years. We didn't start with money. But because love was there, we were able to face every mountain and every challenge, and we were able to make decisions and support the visions that we had. We had visions. We had ideas. Those ideas have become a reality because of the emotional support that we gave each other. Sometimes there are days we didn't have money at all, but we would sit down and we would still be happy. And I would know that my wife is happy and she would be happy with me because there is a hope that as long as we stay together, this thing that is called money, we can get it. So the thing is, a lot of people are missing out on the essence of what money is. Now, if you want money that's what you value most, then just have a very good relationship with a bank and the loan apps.
Yeah.
Those are enough. They can support you. You can live your life. That is enough. But if you look at what happened just the other day with the Russian guy,
yes.
I think there's somebody who said he never presented money. And probably one of these fine days you need to do, there are some people who do crazy tests.
Yes.
They will approach people with money and say, can I buy that? And I believe most of the girls, if they were approached that way,
absolutely,
they would have said no.
With money?
Yeah, if they were just told money, and we go, no talking, a hard-faced guy who just says, this is what I want, I don't want to negotiate, I just want to give you money, and I do what I'm doing and I go, I'm saying you'd have more no's than anything.
Are you serious?
But these girls were looking, I saw some of the videos.
Yeah.
You see when the guy opens the door and he's saying happy Valentine, the excitement of that girl, you can see it is not, the purpose is actually not money. Some of them were even hoping to get married.
Yes.
Where are they getting married? Because they like probably the guy. So we need to have a balance. And when we talk about money, money is like rain. Rain, when it falls on the ground, it simply brings out what is in the ground. If a person is emotionless, no matter how much money they have, they will not be able to give the emotions. But if someone is emotional, like our brothers from Luo side, when they have money, they express it very well.
Yes.
Now, there's a lady here who I value, but she said that we are emotionless.
Yeah.
Yani mpaka nikasikia hapo tumepigwa rungu.
Yes.
But let me tell you, men are emotional. It's only that the degree is not as much. And if we had, let me tell you, if you had so many emotional men and emotional women, that will not work. Can you imagine a lady is crying and a man is crying? That because you're emotional.
Yeah.
It won't work. So the thing is, I believe people, actually research shows that people who have company, they have good relationships, they are usually more happier, they live longer than those who just have money. And the question is, two times that are very important that will tell you what we actually need.
Yeah.
When you're born, if you're just money is kept on your side and nobody takes care of you, that child will die. And when you're dying, when money is put next to you, you'll still die. But people around you sometimes will talk to you, they will pray with you. Eventually you find we extend their life. So let us not confuse. We hold meetings for single people. Not just single, hapa chini, miaka mingi, divorced, widowed. Now most of the ladies who come there, you go outside, you see the parking is full of cars. They have made money. And some of them are become so genuine, they say, we have the money, but we are missing this thing called relationship and emotions. So they have tried one side, and they have seen it does not work.
Yeah.
Now, a few experiences of somebody who went through a bad relationship should not determine the life for everybody else. So I will say, I think a balance is very important, but they cannot work without the foundation of emotional presence.
So it stands from people or women who haven't grown, in money. So there's some gap there when we're talking about money. So women who want financial support, you say they've not been used to money?
No, let me tell you this. We all grow thinking. Money, we have seen that money can be able to bring a lot of things. And sometimes we think that those things are happiness. Remember when you probably bought your first phone. 2 weeks later, you actually realize it's not making you excited as it was making. And that's what things happen. I mean, things will come, they will make you happy for a week, then they disappear. So, and I'm not saying that the ladies who just want money, they are lacking something. That is the pictures they have seen, maybe in the movies and whatever, they have seen that when you have money, it is, acting, a lot of acting is done. But go to the real families. Sit down with the real family. Ask the couples that are married, like us. You asked us what is important. Now, there are times I've been away and I just send money. And my wife we need you back home. So you realize that presence matters a lot at the end of the day. So I will say the girls, if you want money, go for it. But one day you realize that that's not all. And it is not bad to want money because it gives you a desire. But for the men who are here, they will tell you the truth.
Yeah.
If I know a chick is just after my money,
yes.
Hata zipata.
Kwa nini?
Why? I mean, I also want other needs met.
Yeah.
I want to be appreciated. I want to be respected. I want to spend time with that person. But otherwise, if I just know that the first day I meet you, you're after my money, that's why you have terms gold diggers. And men don't like gold diggers. So the moment you say, I'm after your money, I just want your presence, let me tell you, you will be having men who will come and get what they want and they go. Gold diggers are saying bad things this morning. Let's come back to you, Gladson. You made this comment about the Russian guy. But then I posed a question to you. Is it a failure on your part as Kenyan men to just be dominant and give Kenyan women security? And that's why you say when they see white men, for example, because the Russian guy was white, and there's a lot of complaints around, if a Kenyan man approached Kenyan women the same way he did, then Kenyan women will not give in to that. So is it a failure on your part as Kenyan men?
Yeah, okay, we can blame two factors, but obviously that is, failure is a strong word. Maybe, ignorance in quotes. Because white men are associated with romance,
success.
Cash. They just know how to express love. Because Kenyan men sisi tuko busy. We have a lot of things. We are busy people.
Kwani hawa wako busy?
Those people work for 4 hours a day, 3 hours. Some even don't even work. They have companies. They have a lot of time to move around. But sisi Kenyans, mtu kuna vitu mingi za kufanya. So kuna venye mtu utaambia mtu tu wewe si bora bora si unajua nakupenda. Ama si nilikutumia ile text. Lazima nikukumbushe, unaget? So like hatuna hiyo time ya kurudia kitu kila saa. Kwa hiyo tunasema ukirudia kitu kila saa inakosa ladha. So tunajaribu ku maintain hiyo ladha. But for the Russian guy ukiangalia approach yake liko simple. Anajua how to approach you strategically. Anajua what to tell you. Kama unaona vile ali approach, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Yes.
Ule alikuwa amevaa kama watchman, the gate woman.
The soldier.
The soldier. Yes. So na vile alimuongelesha like wewe ni soldier but anakumeku feel like a woman more than a soldier. You get? So what is it tapping into? Tap into what matters the most. Who you are, your existence, your importance.
Fanya hiyo Kenyan man.
Men hatuna hiyo uwezo kwa sasa. Hatuna hiyo uwezo kwa sababu dada zetu jamani wana mambo mengi. Unaona? Huyu ukikuja umwambie you look good or I just love how this mtu alichukua time akakutengenezea hizo nails zako zinakamzinaanza kukuuliza what do you do, bala ajibu hata hiyo swali asemara thank you instead of engaging you, yana amesharuka kwa what do you do. Sasa hapo kwa what do you do, sasa hata ile raha ilikuwa umeanza nayo, ile expression ishapotea. Ama mwingine anakuuliza by the way kwenyu ni wapi, unaanza kutoka hizo. Sasa hizo maswali unashindwa hapana. So I think secondly I think ni your absence, because ukiangalia watu wengi, ule jamaa the Russian guy was bagging mpaka married people.
Yes.
Akwa na bag to singles. So what does that show you? Nakushow kwamba this poor wako poor juu na mwingine akona hadi watoto.
Yes.
So ukiangalia mtu kama huyo ni your presence, emotional presence is not there.
So that's a failure on the men's part.
So yeah, sasa hapo ndo failure inakuja whereby sasa men are focusing on money because that is what you have shown us you want. So sisi si unataka pesa. Sote tutafute pesa. Weka hapo nitafute pesa nakuja. So nikiipata I will come and tuendelee mahali
But listen, if you give a woman financial security and financial support, I don't think they will give in to a persuasion, or let's not call it persuasion, just that white love or white care, white attention. If at all there was financial security on the part of this married women or this woman with a child, I don't think they will be on the streets. Daktari, what do you think?
Yeah, so let me just try to bring some comparative narrative, yes, on this aspect of the Russian and the time and money thing. Allow me take you back in time, and I believe that all of us are the product of the 844 system, unless ulisoma nje ya Kenya. Na tukigrow in our formative years, tukiwa class 2, 3, kuna hii swali ulikuwa unapata 2 kg of rocks na 2 kg of feathers ni gani iko heavy, you see. Na most of us tungepata tukisema 2 kg of rocks might be heavier than 2 kg of feathers. But in the real sense, both of them they are 2 kgs, but tumezoea tukijua mawe ndo heavy. Si unaona? Maybe so to rate this with the current situation, ni tumekuwa tukijua wazungu wako na pesa.
Yes.
You see? As in, when you see a white man, the first thing ni huyu mtu ako na pesa.
Yes.
You see? So this thing as in huyu mrasha akiongea na mwanamke, the first impression iko kwa akili yake kuna pesa.
Yes, success.
So hata akirusha tu, as in hata akirusha pass, as in hata akirusha kinini, akimake any movement, the ladies are easy to give in because they have already, back in their mind, they know there is finances. And now he is presenting the emotional part of the ingredient, the emotional presence, which is another ingredient. So you find it easy. You find it easy to win these guys because they have seen that this guy he knows how to talk. Yes. Anajua kuongea vizuri. Na back in their mind, wanajua huyu jamaa hawezi kosa the other ingredient. So I've also commented as a faith and wellness on the basis of their faith. Yeah. Now allow me also to comment on a bit of the economics. There's also this other thing that says that time is money, you see. So also allow me go back to the US thing, nimesema 2 kg of feathers, 2 kg of rocks. So tukisema time is money, these one and the same thing. So time is also a factor of production. So huwezi kaa kwa nyumba siku moja siku mzima ukisema I want to be there to be present for my partner without going to work. That's why I say that the basics must be there. You have to be the basics. Lazima ununue, huwezi chukua 2 hours of your day uenda kununua 2 kgs of unga. There is no way.
Actually, I don't think emotional presence is equated to you as a man being there with the woman 24/7 in the house and all that. We'll be coming back to the women, watuambie how they interpret emotional presence from their own point of view. But Daktari, you made a very good point that for you, for example, you've been married for 25 years, that you did not start with money, you started small. But do you think in this day and age, we are ready as a people and as women to start small with these men? Why do you think there's that disparity? Why is it so hard in this day and age?
It's squeezy and ngumu. It's very hard.
What changed?
In fact, I feel pity. Let me tell you.
Yes.
You know, he has said that 844, we were the first 844. So we actually, and they have a school, so I'm seeing the last 844, and I always tell them we are the first. So we are the openers and whatever. But the thing is, I have seen a tremendous change in the way, you know, sometimes I ask even the students, would you marry a guy who loves you dearly and has no money? And let me tell you, 90% of the girls, they say no. So hapo ninasema boy child akona shida. And that is why they have said that guys have now looked at it. Okay, let me go make money. Wacha kunipigia kelele ati nikae hapo home. Wacha nipate hiyo pesa, I throw it to you because that's what you want. So when you call me again to come back home, it will not be possible. So I think there is a lie that needs to be dealt with because many young people have thought, even the guys now are thinking money is everything. And the ladies are also thinking money is everything. Then when they get into the mix, they realize after a while, there is so much breakup. Today you find 2 years, 3 years, divorce. Why are they divorcing? Because there is no emotional connection. Because it was founded on, I can work and I can put money on the table. So the moment the lack of emotional connection comes up, people suddenly feel I'm in an empty space. This guy is after me just for the things that I have, or for example, for what I have, what my mother gave me. And after that, he just goes away. And the guy also thinks this lady is for what I can provide. So I give it to her and she just goes away. And that reality has to change. People have to look at and ask themselves, truly, when I'm looking for a relationship, what am I looking for? If you can't define that, then you'll have trouble ahead.
So wengine wana just looking for money, and that's also just a good answer, sindio?
That's true.
If you're looking for money, that's
Please continue looking for it.
Wacha tuone watu wanasema vipi, Fred.
Yes, and clearly boy child akona shida. Kama una pesa, uko shida. But what are people saying online? Joseph Kagiri says money, more money. Stevena Stevens, attention, emotional presence. I think one of the rare ones. Nick M.G. San, how do you dare date a broke lady who thinks relationship is a business deal? Well, Mosomi Ozil Wycliffe, money, money, money. Karen Langat, both. Tony Shibia, fear. Your fear sijui imetokea wapi. But clearly, many saying money. Lodwin Owiso, both. But I think emotional support is much more important. When the two have full emotional support, anything is possible. Even money will come. Stephen Omondi, money. Lulas Dama, I think both zinaendanisha. Because hakuna vile unaweza nipea emotional presence na hakuna financial support. Alendo says both. Kolos Green, pesa. Justin Samba, money, money, money. Hakuna kitu ingine. Ruben Blessing, money. Alex Polycarp, both. Harrison Atika Samba, ongeza hapo Russians presence. Watu wa Russia. McConnell would mean Ohero. It says maziwa mala, very important. Anyway, Dennis Mkambi, pesa bwana. Kijana mbarikiwa mtarajiwa, emotional presence, but wanawake wa siku hizi wanapenda pesa. Ndio maana Mrussia ana take advantage na wow. All right, so this is just some of what you're saying. Plus, let's take one more video from what you've sent us.
Aubrey here. What matters most in a relationship, financial support or emotional presence? The honest answer here is emotional presence, but let's unpack it properly. Like, emotional presence is the foundation. This means like being available, listening, understanding, showing empathy, being supportive during hard times. Like if somebody has money but is emotionally absent, you'll feel lonely even when everything is paid for. A relationship without emotional presence becomes a transaction, and love should never feel like an invoice. So let's not lie, but also finances matter. So money affects stability, lifestyle, stress levels, future planning. So financial irresponsibility can destroy even a loving relationship. But here's the key difference, is that money supports the relationship, emotions.
Kuna line yote alia amesema hapo. Love should never feel like an invoice. Back to you, Anne.
I got that. Love should never feel like an invoice. Lakini, you've seen the way he circled all around and just come back to the point of money. Money being the bigger factor here. But Delvin, I wonder if, say for example, let's just stick to this issue, the Russian guy. If at all you are approached, tuseme tu bahati mbaya, akikupata tu pale ziara zako, pale TRM, because that is the area where he was seen around Roysambu most of the time. Would you have escaped that, tuseme aje, that pressure? Yes, that mtego, that trap.
Ingekunasa.
For me,
Let's stop harassing my partner.
for me, yes, mimi ninge like singeingia kwa hiyo mtego cause what I know from our previous perspective back days, ladies walikuwa na feel like wakiona tu mzungu like they feel wameenda majuu, they success and all that. You see, unaona sasa kama huyu, there's this lady alikuwa na kids anatoka home.
Yes.
Like anatoka anawatoa shule akiwapeleka home. Then he met this Russian guy aka fall into the trap. Unaweza pata hata most of the things hata kitu alikuwa na follow ni that money, cause maybe sometimes unajua kuna some men wanaepa majukumu, so inakuwa pressure under her. So for her maybe alifikiria I've found success and all that. No. But when we come to reality, like unapata when you have this presence, it shapes character, it shapes empathy. Unaona, and when you have all that, unapata there's that easiness of kupata financial stability with your partner. Because unaona, like I can maybe give you money and what vile men wanna claim that one at time wako busy, they don't have that time, but there's this quality time you should create to be present for them, because money doesn't matter for everything.
All right, let's hear from Elizabeth. Delvin anasema yeye angehepa that trap. Elizabeth, would you have escaped that trap?
Yes.
Why?
100% I would have escaped that trap because when you look at the scenarios, okay, I looked at the videos, and I would say it's the failure on the part of the Kenyan men. And that is because mostly, if you look at how Kenyan men nowadays approach ladies, I would say in another way, it's kind of disrespectful. Because the way they come, they have also they have, let's say wameka ladies, Kenyan ladies wanataka pesa. So for them also, they approach ladies when they also have an intention. They are also looking for something. So when they come to you, they are not looking for a connection or they want to build something with you. They also just want to gain from you. So that has created a wide gap. They are emotionally unavailable. I can say most of them are emotionally unavailable because they have rated ladies, Kenyan ladies, in a different way. But coming back to the topic, I would say emotional presence actually covers a lot of things. Like in reference to what Promise said, money can build a home, but presence, money can build a house, but presence builds a home. If you have a relationship and you're just giving money in that particular relationship because that's what you think is needed in that particular relationship, then you are unavailable, and there comes an effect of loneliness. And I would say being single is rather, it doesn't hurt as much as it would hurt to be lonely in a relationship.
Cheryl, what do you think? Would you have been safe if at all this ungepatwa on a trap?
Yeah, because...
Nyinyi wote. Okay.
Actually, I can explain.
Yes, okay.
Nimework na wazungu, and I know the difference ya mzungu mwitu na mzungu mwenye ako na pesa.
Show us your ways.
Nimesikia ni pesa.
Bado tunarudi tu pesa.
Kenyan men siku hizi wanaogopa kuitwa simp. Sasa we ni simp nini. Kuna mtu wanafuata huko mwenye anashinda akiwapatia hiyo narrative ya we ni simp, ukifanya nini na hii we ni simp. But now hata tukienda in biblical, a man who provides for his woman, his wife, Mungu mbariki. Hata Bible nasema he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So sisi as women, we are just favored. So if a man treats you right, Mungu anampatia hiyo favor na anaweza kupata pesa na kila kitu inakuwa sawa. Anyway, so present, swali ilikuwa
emotional support, presence ama financial support?
I still stick to my first. I'll get emotions from
Asa lakini wewe ungekuwa safe if the Russian guy had approached you, you would have been safe.
Yes.
What do you think, Promise? Would you have been safe? And also tell us what emotional presence means to you. Now that Gladstone amesema Kenyan men are busy, how would you describe emotional presence to you as Promise?
Okay, for me as Promise, as I initially said, emotional presence for me is emotional, being there when I say emotional presence to my partner, if I'm asking for my partner, I need emotional presence in my relationship. I need attention, I need affection, and I need you to be there physically and both emotionally.
Promise?
Yes.
Hold your microphone well.
When I look at the cases of the Russian guy with the women, just look at the women in general. These women were all like, nasema walikuwa broke. They are broke women. Let's take the case of...
Are you to our stereotype? I don't think they were broke. We saw somebody driving.
Yes,
there.
we saw. But again, we are looking at the emotional presence. Kenyan men, I don't want to say that Kenyan men has failed, but still, your presence is not there. Men in Kenya are emotionally absent. So if we want to provide, yes, they want to give us money. They have seen, like my friend has said, you want to provide money, yes, but you are not there present. That one will not work in a relationship. If you want me to have your money, what about these women that are already financially stable? I'm here as promised, I have my own money, but you are not there as to support me emotionally. So as for me, if I was got in that trap, I wouldn't have fallen for the Russian guy, because again, I'll say, what are we looking at? Women out here are so broken emotionally. These are the women that maybe they have come from relationships that have failed. Let's take the case of the mother with the children. Her husband maybe was not there. We don't know where he is, and the children are there. They want to go to school. No one is providing for them. So this woman basically was looking for money to support the children. But again, we look at her. Let's not look at the children alone. Her in her place, he might be looking for something else. As much as maybe she will have wanted to support the children, he also looking for someone who can support her emotionally. These women are here, they have been heartbroken, they're going through a lot. Like I take a case whereby you just take someone, they give you your story, you can look for someone, then you see them there, they're just that you don't know what they're going through. But when you ask this girl, I can take an example of a girl, then you approach this girl and you ask, can we really talk? We need to have a conversation as women. Let's talk. This girl first will break down in tears, tell you, hey, my goodness, I'm in a relationship, but it is not working. This means that the guy is not even there. He's not present. So for me, emotional presence matters a lot than money, but money is also needed.
All right, Abednego, as we finish up with you now, and this is the final question to the panel, what do you think about this whole Russian issue? Is it something to do with hypergamy as well? Because women have been known to date men who are, quote unquote, doing better than them. A lot of women date above and across their social hierarchy. I asked Gladstone this question: is it a failure on the Kenyan men's side to give Kenyan women security and to also give them the emotional presence? As Gladstone puts it, that this whole thing has something to play with the lack of emotional presence on Kenyan women's part. What do you think?
Okay, about
in 30 seconds.
Okay, about this issue of the Russian guy. For me, I can say that these ladies who give in for that guy, they were looking for money but not emotional support, to be honest. Because you cannot say that you can just give in for someone, yet you are married. For example, those who are married, they are giving in so easily, looking for emotional support. You cannot say that. They are looking for money, first of all. So according to me, emotional support, it is very essential. So we can say that, as Onani said, the ladies, they have built a notion that financial support is very important. So we men, we are focusing on finance rather than, we cannot do this thing at the same time and satisfy them all perfectly. So we are looking for this. So we can say that it is a bit a failure for us to provide emotional support because we are looking for money and a lot of money.
So Kenyan men have failed Kenyan women. You agree? Would you agree with that?
Because of their principles, maybe you can say that. We are looking for a lot of money. You need to bear in mind that a lot of money, they need a lot of money. Yeah.
All right. We've come to the end of this discussion, but I want to give you a chance to wind it up for us, Daktari. Is love sustainable without financial support? Tufungie.
Wacha nifungie na kwanza na ya Russia. I think unajua Russia, unajua we cannot conclude that men are failed.
Yeah.
We cannot conclude that, we can also look on the other side to say, then are women that cheap? I think that the category, hiyo namba ilikuwa pale, haiwezi tosha ku classify men as failures and women as cheap. The thing is, I believe there are so many women who said no to this Russian guy, but he never shows it. So he must have failed.
Yes.
But the thing is, what I'm simply saying is that the foundation has to be presence. The sustainer has to be presence. The finisher has to be presence. But along this, money has to also be present in all this.
Yeah.
And I think that is the most important thing.
That is Dr. Julius Kimani, our counselor this morning. Thank you so much. And of course, to my lovely panel for making time for us to have this conversation. But before we close this show, let's go back to Fred and take a look at what the people are saying.
Thank you, Anne. One last time, let's take a look at your feedback. Billy Omondi on Twitter says, Anne, this thing is tricky. Emotional ginene is a facade. People exist in a real world with financial issues. That's why women are ready to open their skirts to mzungus out here. Mapenzi huisha. Hey, mapenzi huisha. Anderson at Muzeya Anderson says, I think that question should be addressed to women because they are the ones whose focus and commitment in a relationship is determined by how financially secure they feel. Interesting. Rajini Nicholas at Rajini says, for me, I just want a woman who is attractive around me. I will give her everything, including a holiday in the Maldives after every 3 months. At If Hans says, very soon, chenye itabaki ni emotional presence, intelligence, and not just in relationships, but everywhere. People are becoming too fragile. Watu wanaogopa relationship, especially kama una pesa. Muzei Anderson, again, a fair question. Our focus is on creating a home, understanding our partners, working on building a future together. Some of us start with virtually nothing, taking the mat to work every day, looking forward to coming home to a warm welcome, good food, and some hanky-panky. At Iregi, I think in an era where each should be earning their money, the relationship should be more of emotional presence and support. Kila mtu atafute pesa yake. Osama Biladem at Mula says, I'd provide without asking her coin input, but hands today cheat. Shake their behinds to funny Nigerian remixes on TikTok, compete on who should do the chores, so I'll just reserve my resources. We share the bills, 60-40. Not sure who's taking the 60 and who's taking the 40.
Yes.
Back to you, Anne. What do you think, final words? Wewe umefika wapi sasa? Najua ulikuwa umeanza na story ya finances. I hope you've moved now.
Let me tell you, you see me? Financial support, Fred. Na nimesikia kitu umesema hapo, ati kila mtu atafute pesa yake. We are going to talk about that after the show. Lakini yote tisa tumesema financial support. Ladies, yes? Financial support. The Daktari and the men are saying emotional presence. For me though, Fred, let me tell you.
Umeshindwa kabisa kutoka hapo kwa financial support.
Hakuna tutoki. Usiambiwa we can't eat love. We can't eat love. Si kuna mtu alisema hapo kwa video that we cannot eat love.
Alisema kwanza love should not be an invoice.
Alafu kuna mwingine akasema, let me tell you, you know, alisema love cannot pay bills, evidence kwa karatasi.
Lakini pia wanasema pesa ni sabuni ya roho. So love can actually make the heart a bit fonder.
Lakini a producer is a lady, is with you gentlemen, don't worry. Amesema for her, it's emotional presence. Daktari, you know, you see your panel, friend. They say that all that matters, your panel.
Yes.
We ask them the same question.
But you know there's a generational gap there. But that's a different generation.
You know, that means you want us to do away with patriarchy and all that. The patriarchal system mandates men to provide fully for women. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. We can continue on our socials at TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube on X.
TV47 Digital on X. You can also tag us individually at Freddy Ndimuli on X, at Ann_Odida. Make sure you use the hashtag Morning Cafe TV47.
Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early.
Bye-bye.